Hello and welcome. How many of you have ever experienced talking about your products, your situation, service, or opportunity to so many people that right now you just don't know who to talk to? Right? How many of you have talked to your friends, your family, some people on Facebook, and then you're just starting to feel that anxiety of like, who am I going to talk to? I just don't know where to go. Well, if that's you, that was me. We're in the same boat. I've been there and I actually know how to overcome that. So today I'm really excited because I put a training together for you to be able to learn 29 sources to get leads so you never run out of people to talk to. So as you're listening to this, you're going to want to take a lot of notes every now and then. You're going to want to pause this because you're going to get not only ways to generate, but some scripts as well that you might have to tweak around with your business to see how that would fit. But overall, it's pretty much, pretty much the same thing. You just have to tweak a couple of things, and depending on your audience that you're looking for, you might want to search on different people. So I'm excited. How many of you is excited? Say yes if that's you. Awesome. Well, my name is Anne-Marie Chantal. I'm very pleased to be here and sharing with you the 29 ways to get leads and how to never run out of prospect. So let's get started. Let's go to the number one. So it's very simple. So number one is networking event. So in networking event, there's so many people you get to actually meet. Now you don't want to, there's do's and don'ts in networking event. One of the things you really don't want to do is walk in and start giving your cards to everyone, or you don't want to pitch people about what you're doing. What you want to do is start making a relationship, start getting to know them, grab their information, even if you do it over phone. You don't have to bring your business cards to a networking event, because the people that you will connect with, you can literally send a text to one another so you can see how you can add value to these people, right? So that's a great way to actually go and meet people. And by the way, as I'm sharing this today and as you're listening to me, I want to let you know that I've done just about every single ways to create leads, and I know that it works. And how do I know it works? Is because I've done it and I've actually created an amazing business around it. So if you have any question, if you want to message me privately, find me on Facebook, call me, text me. I'm always available, or email me. So we can help you. I'm all about that. So I'm about connecting with others. Number two is Craigslist and Kijiji. Now these are great places as well, where clients are looking for you. They might say, I don't know, let's say you have an opportunity where you're hiring people, or you have a network marketing where you're looking for people and people are looking for a job. You can actually message them. Or maybe you have a service where you can actually, I don't know, maybe you're in the construction industry and you're looking for people that are in that. You can look for contractors. You can sell your service to people around, going to Craigslist and Kijiji and finding who's there and make a relationship that way. You can message them, call them on whatever they left there. Number three is Facebook friends. Obviously, I'm sure you already talked to some of your friends, but I wanted to give you a little bit of some script, because if you go and talk to your friends and just pitch them, they're gonna dislike that, right? But if you say something as simple as hey Joe, how are you? I'd like to run something by you. Would it be okay if I give you a call today? That's way more authentic. That's way more I want to connect. I have something to share. People will not reject you that way. And so it will be really rejection free. Now, one of the things that I've done with my business, I did use this and I'm planning on using it. So if you see a message coming from me saying this, it's me. But the biggest thing is when I actually connect with them on the phone, I also noticed that I can share my intention, I can share my vision and my mission with them. And if they're open to meet with me, then it's different than if they're not open with me, then it's I'm not wasting my time meeting with people hoping for the best. I call it the spaghetti that you throw against the wall hoping they stick. Like you're going to hear in business, it's a numbers game. But as much as I agree with the word numbers game, you want to maximize your time. So if you can get somebody on Facebook, on the phone, and then on the coffee, or you come over their house, or they come to you, however you do your business, then that way your chances are a lot higher because they already have an idea of what you're reaching them out for. Does that make sense? Awesome. So another way with friends, it's like, if you're new in your business, if you've been in it, and I'm saying new, like if you've been in it for the last, year or maybe even 2 years, you're still new. I mean, it takes years to create business, like a brick and mortar or any type of business. It always takes time. It's absolutely okay to be honest and tell them, like, listen, I just started a new career and made a direction to go completely different direction. I'd love to catch up with you for coffee and, maybe share a little bit about what I'm doing now. When would be a good time for you? So those are great scripts that I found that worked for me because they were true. Right? And people absolutely love when you're authentic with yourself and with themselves, and when you don't waste their time. So far, hope you're getting value to this. I'm going to go really fast today. So you want to take notes, you want to take screenshot, however you want to make it, because I want to make this training fun, but and also interactive for you. So number 4. Moving along. So Facebook group. Facebook group is a great place to go. I'm sure you're aware that there's tons of Facebook group where there's people that are into yoga, or for myself, mountain biking, right? Like I'm always in these groups because that's my passion, right? So you find like business owners, or I don't know, cat lover, like you find groups that you can relate with, and then make sure you post something that you're interactive with these people so you bring value to the group. So an example would be like putting a post, like a quote, like do not listen with the intention to reply, but with the intention to understand. That's a nice little quote. You put a little something showing you the personality that you are. So you add that to the group. People will be happy to see and read this. One of the posts that I put in a business meetup group on Facebook was the power of communication skills. So I put this actual blurb with a nice picture underneath, kind of Zen pictures. And for some of you know me, one of this guy, I was really nervous because this gentleman messaged me and he's like, hey, nice post. What do you do? And I knew who this guy was, and I knew he was a big deal. And I just was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. What do I say? But it just get you in the door of realizing that the people in those groups are just like-minded like you. And you will meet some incredible people that some of them you will become really friends with. Some of them you'll do maybe cross-promoting with. And some of them you might even be able to sell your products or your service. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You want to have an intention, but not an agenda when you meet those people. So there's a great formula when you start. When you go to Facebook group and you add value, you can also message the people in that group, the members of those groups. Now, don't start messaging like 40 people a day. You'll be put into what is called Facebook jail, where you will be banned from Facebook. What you want to do is, message like 3 to 5, take your time, make sure you get to know, like, do a screenshot on who they are and what you really like about them. So you're not just messaging people like spamming them, right? The formula when you message people on Facebook that you don't know is very simple. Number 1, name. Number 2, like their common ground. Like, what is it about them that you like? Why are you messaging them? And ask them a question. So I put an example here. This is an example. Don't use this exact example. It doesn't work for everyone, but it could be as simple as, hey, Mary, I noticed your business woman and thought I'd reach out and learn more about each other's synergy and potential mutual client base. Would you be open for coffee? Right? Someone like me. If you want to message me and you're in a mountain biking community, very simple. Hey, Anne-Marie, I noticed that you mountain bike. I keep seeing your posts. It's incredible what you're doing. I'd love to get to know you. Maybe we'll go for a ride together. Would that be possible? When can we chat? You know, something like this. It's very personal, and I can assure you, if you're a mountain biker, I'd love to know you. Right? So take the time to get to know who you're messaging. You know, go to their Facebook to see more about who they are before you message them. Okay, number 5 is business cards on cardboard. This is pretty cool because you could go to like a library, a coffee shop, and there's business probably in your community that has a rack of different businesses. And there, those business might be in need of your service or products. So it's really good. And I know one of my business partners, she just did that because she was in that area and she was making connection with that one business and decided and asked if it's okay if she grabbed some business card that was on the cardboard. And she reached out and made great money doing that. I've done that in the past as well. So, you know, it's all about connecting with people. You'll hear it over and over from me about that word. But there's a great way to never run out of people, right? Your warm market. Well, now your warm market, we'll go into different aspects of warm market here. So warm market could be quite intimidating because your warm market is also people that are most likely going to say no to you because you don't have credibility to them. They don't look up to you in a way. They look up to you as like, let's go, you know, drink, I don't know if you drink or whatever you do with your warm market, right? It's not the same thing. You know, I know my mom doesn't believe, she believed in me, but she doesn't, you know, I cannot give my mom an advice like I could give my son an advice, but even my son wouldn't listen to me because we're too close, we're too warm market. Right? But when you present to your warm market, it builds credibility for you. It helps you to realize how to actually approach people, what's important to them, to get some practice. So one of the things that I utilize for my warm market would be, hey, Bob, you've always been so supportive of me, and I truly value this. And I'm in a new career change, and and would like to practice on someone friendly. You know, would it be okay if we get together? I'll make it very simple for you so I can practice, right? Like, of course, when you're practicing on someone, don't expect them to buy. Most warm market don't buy. And if they do, that's fantastic. But never have an expectation. That way you'll never be, what's the word? Disappointed. Right? And and you can always ask for referral as well. Now, with your warm market, you can go towards warm market referral. Now, referral could be in 2 different ways. The first one is when you're with them, say, well, who do you know that da-da-da-da-da? Or you could literally, like on Facebook, I've done that before. It was pretty cool because I was looking for a hairstylist. And I had products that I wanted to also sell to a hairstylist. So it turned out really good because as I'm looking for one, I would like to present to them as well. So I messaged some friends and I put a post on Facebook. So it all depends on your influence on Facebook. But you know, you put a post or you ask someone like, hey, Lucy, I'm working on a new project and it's probably not a fit for you, but who do you know that? Or do you know any financial planner? Hey, Beth, I'm looking for a great hairstylist. Who do you know that does great hair? These people will send you names. Now, obviously, if you're not looking for these people, don't message them. But, I mean, you can Google. I can make a training on a memory jogger for you so you can find tons of people by asking. This is something that you can utilize like maybe once a week, but don't ask the same people. You know, go around. Don't always ask those posts every week either. That's going to start looking weird. But every now and then say, hey, I'm looking for carpenter. Who do you know? Or something like that. Make sense? Awesome. Number 8, 9, and 10 are pretty much the same. It's based with the Google search. When you go on Google and you start putting your city and the person you're looking for, you will have a list of people coming out. So if you're looking for businesses, you could put, Calgary businesses, but try to be more specific. Calgary realtor or Calgary hairstylist, Calgary massage therapist, Calgary fashionist, or so that's where I put 9 Calgary realtors, 10 is financial planners, like people, like for me, I work with people that are in business for themselves, entrepreneur that rather they're a solopreneur, so a one-person business, or they have 20 under people in their business. Those are great clients for me because I know that I can add value to their business. So I can, we can go on Google and look for those businesses. The more specific, the easier it is. Number 11, meetups. And you go to meetup.com and there's tons of different type of meetups, whether it's business meetup, whether it's activity meetups, whether it's painting meetups, drinking meetups, get together, single meetup, travel meetup, like whatever it is. You can meet so many people, and usually they meet once a week, once a month, bi-weekly. I mean, they're meeting quite a lot. Now, I did put some tips here because some of the things with meetups that it's really, really helps you to build that credibility is tip number 1, you want to attend frequently. You want to be consistent at the meetup you show up, because if you're just a one-comer and on top of that you're pitching your business, people will just dislike the atmosphere that you're bringing around that. Right? So go often, get to know people, get to know the host, get to bring value to it. Number 2 is the tip of staying until the end. When you go to a meetup, if you can arrive early and stay until the end, you arrive early, you get to know the host, and you tell the host, hey, I'm new at this meetup. I've never been here before. Like, what do you guys do? And then as people show up, you get to kind of be the host by every time somebody walks in the door, shake their hand, say, hi, my name is Anne-Marie. How are you? And you are, or, get a relationship. Well, welcome. I'm excited to get to know you because you're new. So you want to meet everyone, right? And if you've been to that meetup many times, you want to make sure that you remember people's name and you want to take the time to. And that's my tip number 3. Remember people's name and their occupation. So you're not consistently asking them their names and what they do, because it gets really unfun for people. It's like, well, were you listening last time we met? Or were you just not caring, right? So you want to take the time. There's great tips on YouTube that you can actually go, and if it's a struggle for you to learn people's name and how to remember them, go and find some tips and ways for you to remember it, because name is like music to people's ears. So it's a very, very big key. Mostly when you see them again the second time and you're like, hey, Joe, awesome. I'm glad you made it this time. And he's like, sorry, who are you? Like they feel so bad that they don't remember your name, but you do, right? Or they might even remember your name even better. So that's a great way to meet tons of people. Number 12 is meetup message. When you go to those group and you're part of those group, there's members of those group, and those members, when you go there, you can click on their name and you can privately message them. Not everybody will see it all the time. Sometimes it'll go into their spam, but every now and then, just like Facebook, you can actually make a connection and grab coffee, get to know them, and see if you guys have some synergy together, right? Number 13 is start your own meetup. Now, starting a meetup is phenomenal because you actually get to choose what you're passionate to actually put people together. Now, it's a lot of work. It's a commitment. I say a lot of work. Actually, it's only work if you make it work. I mean, if you want it to be a lot of work, because if you love what you're doing, if you love to be surrounded people, it's not that much work, but there's stuff attached to it. You need to find a place, and if there's ways that you don't have to charge people, it's even better. But then you get to meet people over and over. So that's a great way. I'll take more time, but if you can start doing that, as you build your business, 6 months, 8 months, a year from now, it's going to be phenomenal what you have accomplished by having your own meetup. Number 14, 15, 16, and 17 are all about the same. And guess what? There's a lot more different ways than just those. So LinkedIn, Twitter, Alignable, YouTube, Shapers, I think it's called. Facebook's one of them, but we already discovered this one. And I'm sure like Instagram, like there's tons of app and more coming out that you can literally, some of them you can literally like go in the search and ask for your potential, your specific client. So let's say that you're looking for massage therapists. So you go, some of them, not all, I mean, I'm not the king on all of them, I can assure you that, but I've used them. It's really cool because sometimes you can just search for massage therapists, and then you have the list of massage therapists, and you can message them privately, right? And something that I've used in the past, still use today because that's just something that really works for me, is, hey, Patrick, thanks for connecting. Once they accept my connection, or my friendship, or however the link is, I let them know. So I was hoping I get to know you and a little bit more about what you do. I always love connecting with other professionals and see if there's a way that we can work together and add value to each other. Would you be available for coffee sometime this week? Right? Again, you'll meet incredible people. So these 14, 15, 16, 17, all of those, and plus, I mean, there's tons of bonus in many ways. There's so many different ways to talk to people. You could literally use something like this, just make it your own, and start messaging people and get to know them and get to meet them and see how you guys can work some sort of synergy and add value to one another. Number 18 is church events. Church are pretty amazing because people are all there for the same reason. They're like-minded people. They love to rather listen or be heard because, there is those events of helping other people. It's pretty phenomenal, the people you can meet in at church or in any church events, as well as like billboard, like a realtor sign. You have those bench with someone's name and somebody's phone number that you can just call. They're always looking for a business. So if your business, you can help realtors, then fantastic, right? Or their sign, like their name and phone number and their picture is there. So a great way is like, hey, Curtis, I saw your realtor sign. I thought I'd reach out. I'm in the insurance industry and love to connect with other professionals and see if there's a way we can add value to one another. Would you be open for coffee? Something like that, like tweak it for what works for you, but it's a great way to meet some of those professionals as well. And of course, there is the car advertising. So very similar to the realtor billboards or car bench and sign, is that people will promote their business on their vehicle. So, depending on what your market is, if you're looking for a gardener or a plumber or a contractor or drywaller, network marketing, like people more and more are putting their name and phone number and what they do. So you can literally take the time, take a picture where you drive, don't get caught, make it safe, but find ways to grab their information so you can contact them. Another thing would be to put a logo on your car, just like they did. It would be okay for you to put like, I don't know, number one, I don't know where you're selling, so I'm trying to find it, but here, like, protect your biggest asset, you. Call now to find out how, and then your phone number, perhaps your name too, or however it works. 3 simple ways to look radiant in 20 days or in less than a year, or how to lose weight. Forget the fad, like a little ad that you put on your car. right? So that's a great way for you to create. It takes, I mean, this one costs, most of the others that I share with you are pretty free. This one will cost you the amount of clients you will get from that are probably very minimal. And that's just from based by experience. I mean, you don't want to expect all your business to be coming from that, but what you can expect is some awareness of who you are and what you represent. So it's just another ways for people to get to see you and know you. Meanwhile, message people, go meet them in meetups or in other places. Okay? Awesome. Number 22 is charity events. Charity events are phenomenal because they're about all giving back, and you can meet incredible people. Even better if you can put a charity event yourself and add your products or your service to it. You know, buy one of these and we will give $10 to the charity of your choice. You can do silence auction. You can do like we did a silence auction. It was pretty phenomenal. We had all kinds of different products. Some were ours, some were other people, and all the proceed, I think it was, we did 75% of the proceed goes to a charity. Sometimes we did 100%, sometimes we did 50%. You let the people know, or maybe you want to do it just with your products. You know, this month only, you can do it on Facebook. This month only, buy this and get that towards your charity or towards this charity. Like, there's a way that we can do that. Number 23 is community newsletter. So every community that I know in Calgary has little newsletters that will come to their house. You know, they will talk about different things. Sometimes, you know, about Christmas coming around the corner, or the ice rink, or in summer they'll have this camp for the kids, and the play time, or this is what we're looking for, or we're pruning the trees around your area. Like, they will share with you. Like, take the time, look at them, and at the end, they're like any newspaper. They have a list of people that are looking for jobs. They have a list of people that are promoting their business. They have a list of people that perhaps your service or opportunity or products can actually benefit these people. Call them. Now, already, as you've been listening to this and me talking and sharing with you some of the ways to create leads, you will have to do some of the work, which means you will have to pick one or two, maybe three, but you have to call. And I get it. It's stressful. It's nerve-wracking. I mean, you will get rejected. That's how it works, you know, in some aspect, right? But at the end of the day, I want to share this with you because your confidence will build through action. You're not going to become confident of like calling someone out of the blue the first time. It's pretty nerve-wracking, as a matter of fact. But once you've done it over and over, like you say, you know, I'm going to call 10 people a day. You call 10 people a day because you're finding all these people to call. And you do that every day, 5 days a week. That's 50 people a week. Like, yeah, some won't answer, some will say no, some will say this, some will say that, but some will say yes, and some will be willing to meet with you. And I know that because I've done it. I've called people, totally cold calling. And at first I was so scared. And at the end of the month, I was training other people how to do it because I was becoming so confident on how to do it, because it became an action that I took, the willingness to try something long enough for you to build confidence with it. Because confidence won't build until you take those actions. Just a quick side note here. I wanted you to hear that. So to move on, number 24 is Eventbrite. So some people sometimes have asked me in the past, where do I find all those networking events? You know, Meetup is a big one. Eventbrite is a big one as well. You go to eventbrite.com and you'll have a list of what's in your community, your area, your city this month, this week, however you said it. Facebook is another one that you will have now on Facebook. You can go under event, click under event, and you will see like, oh, there's a taekwondo happening in my area. Oh, there's a yoga this and this, you know, tomorrow at this time. Oh, there's this networking event. Oh, people are getting together. People or groups or more and more advertising in place like that. So it's place for you to find them. Okay, awesome. Trade shows, number 25. So trade shows, two ways that I know that I've done that worked was to utilize trade shows in two different forms. So the first way was you have a booth, you have to pay for it, you have like your marketing material, and you talk with people, you know, and you try to interact them to come to you. Find ways to interact them. Or the second way that I've done, it's my preference way, because then I'm not sitting there for hours and days, because sometimes trade show could be quite long, but very rewarding. What I like to do is just go into a trade show, pay my ticket, you walk in, you look around and what's around, and you mingle with people. Whether it's the people that are looking or it's the people that are in the booth. Now just watch. You don't want to start promoting your business. These people are there to promote their business. They pay to be there. Don't pitch. Please, please, please. Don't pitch people. Nobody likes it. And you don't like it when people do it to you. So be respectful, but it's a great place to go and meet tons of people as well. Number 26 is sponsor a sports team. I mean, there's a lot of athletic that are doing like swimming, running, volleyball, basketball, hockey. They have tournaments. There's, you know, you want to sponsor a team, like it costs you maybe $100. Partner with one of your friends or business partner and have a booth at the event where they can win something and put their, you know, do a draw for them, just like you would do in a trade show. You will get a lot of people putting their information, and then make sure you ask if you can contact them so you can share with them why you're there, what you're doing, right? Great way to meet tons of people, as well as parent sports event. So my son's in hockey, so I meet tons of mother and fathers that their kids are in hockey, and it's pretty amazing because it's interactive. We love, you know, seeing our kids growing and becoming really good. It's really a lot of fun. If you don't have a kid, by all means, give me a call. Maybe my son will want to go with you somewhere, you know, take them to a basketball or soccer game, like somewhere. Find a kid, a nephew, or somebody you can go with, or a friend, and say, hey, you know, there's these. I love the games of the teenage, like the 12-year-old and over, where it's really, really like, they're hands-on, they're going, and the one under 12, they're so cute. They're so cute to see. Like, you can go and watch these and mingle with the parents there. You know, I find it's easier if I bring my kid, because that way, you know, it's like, yeah, my kid is so into it, so it's easier for me to sit there and watch other people playing. If you don't have a kid, I might, you know, you just have to figure it out. I mean, that's being an entrepreneur. You know, you figure out things. Anyway, moving on is number 28, BNI Group. That's awesome. So BNI, for those of you who don't know what BNI is, it's pretty cool because it's a company who you have to pay to get in. And it's BNI stands for Business Networking International, I think. Anyway, how they work is that once a week you go there. It's like a networking event, and you get to promote who you are, what you stand for, your mission, in usually a 30-second to a minute blurb. But so people know what you represent. So everybody, like there's 20 or more people, when they leave, they go out there and find new quality clients. Your job is to go find quality clients for them. So if I know that you're a florist and you sell flowers through your shop, and I know that my friend's looking to buy flower, I can refer my friend to you, and so on and so forth. So it's like getting referral. It's a refer-based business where those people are looking for business for you, you're looking business for them. And then it's pretty cool because there's a cost, which for me, when there's a cost like this, what I like to call it is skin in the game. You know, it's a time commitment, it's a money commitment, but at the end of the year, you will have grow your business because of the way it's set up. You also have a chance to actually share your business and do a presentation to usually a 30-minute talk or something like that. So it's pretty cool. So look it up. And then number 29 is self-development seminar. I love those because this is like what I call a win-win-win situation where you get to go and grow as a person, as an entrepreneur, or as a mother, as a person, right? You grow. And you get to be surrounded with people that are like-minded people like you. Plus, you get to connect with people, you get to see them, you get to meet them, and then you can grab the number and say, my best friend, I met her in a networking event. My business partner that I truly love, that is becoming my best friend, I met her in a networking event. You know, like my business partner who got me to start a business with him, I met him, I actually knew of him because he was in the networking event. Like for me, and I get to grow and see people growing. It's a wonderful place to be. I wrote down some here. Maybe you've heard of them, maybe not. There's tons around, cities. You might have to travel. I mean, I've went all the way to Vancouver for a networking event actually, I went to California and Vegas for those too, but you don't have to go far, and sometimes you do have to travel. Things like Millionaire Mind Intensive or Rich Dad Poor Dad, they do seminars as well. Flip Your Switch, Make Your Marks, Landmark. I mean, all of those are absolutely phenomenal. So those are my 29 ways to create leads and never running out of people. Now, I am sure right now, as you listen to this and you took tons of notes and ways for you to help yourself, I would love to hear what way will you take and how your process is going. And if you need any help with anything, please reach out to me. I'm always here to help. Now, as a bonus part of this training, I have 2 other ways that I wanted to share with you. And I'm sure right now you can think of other different ways yourself that you can implement that I'd even share about, So a couple bonus are going business to business. No matter where you live, there is a business next to you. Whether you're in a community where there's little business, and you can go and walk in and say, hey, my name is Anne-Marie, and I'm just in the area sharing to your neighbors about yada yada, right? Like, just go and make friends and see how you can help them. Construction worker. I know some of our business owners, business partners, they go to those construction workers and they make connection with them because they sell supplemental health benefits. So here I am, I put a little idea of what to say. It's really an idea. It's kind of long, so I would want to minimize it, but just time frame. Anyway, I just put it there. I say, hey, my name is Anne-Marie. I was just in the area sharing about our individual supplemental health benefits to the construction worker. And it seems like everybody I sit down with absolutely love what we do and wonder where we've been for all these years. So just wondering, when would be a good time for me to come back when you take a break for 5-10 minutes, and I'll bring you some coffee, right? And then I know I have a business partner, they're pretty cool. They partner together and they go to Tim Horton and they bring this bucket of coffee and they go to construction site, talk with people, offering them coffee, and do great business that way. So here's my training. Now remember, your willingness to try this will really build your confidence with the action you take. Nothing else will happen unless you do something about it. So I can't wait to hear from you and your results and your process through it. Please message me, and if there's anything I can do, let me know. I'm right here for you. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you had a lot of value. I'm looking forward to seeing your success. My name is Anne-Marie Chantal, and I will talk to you later. Bye.